first of all, let me go ahead and restart real fast. How are we going to do this? Okay. First of all, I want to thank Wargaming for loaning these tanks to me. I'm going ahead and mark them on the screen. It's the strv a.2-57 and the Shrock Silva S1. I'm going to be, the first thing we do, this video right here is going to be focused on this tank right here. My next video will be focused on this one. Now these are my first impressions. Yes, I did play them already, and nothing has changed quite yet on them. But let's start with this one. The horsepower in this tank is 340 with a power rate ratio of 13.28 horsepower per ton. The forward speed is 45 kph, and your top reverse is 20. Fire chance is 20%. So in a way, this tank is a little bit, it's not the slowest medium at this tier, and it's not the heaviest, and it's not the fastest. You can see on the other side the power, standard show damage 162. Last night it's been averaging around there. Near penetration is 125, and reload time is 16 seconds. That's not really bad. It has 4 rounds in its clip. Survival. Sorry for that pause, y'all. I was looking at the chat and everything. Something popped up. Armor depth is 9 to 55 millimeters all the way around. Hit points is 700. Mobility max speed is 45 kph, like I said over there. And the horsepower in the engine is 340 horsepower. Concealment, stationary. That means when it's standing still is a 0.25. Moving is 0.19. I mean, you're not supposed to have really good concealment with this tank. It's more of a best way I can explain this tank is more of how I played it. More of a support role. Try to support your heavies and your mediums as much as you can. Don't stay all the way back, because the game is not this kind of trollish, but you need to be kind of close range. The view range, talking about the view range, is 350. And signal range, is your radio range, is 710. Let's get into this gun. The gun is actually a 75mm gun. Reload speed is 16 seconds. Aiming time is 2.30 seconds. At 100 yards is 0.35 millimeters. Maximum range is 720 for the rounds. Maximum elevation, that means going up, is 12 degrees. The gun depression is 6 degrees. Shots per clip is 4, like I mentioned. Tracks. Traction speed, that means going completely a circle, is 38 degrees per second. I think that's what it's trying to say. Terrain resistance is 0.8, 0.9, and 2. I really don't know if that's soft, medium, and normal. I don't know the off the top of my head. I don't know at the moment. But like I said, it's not that good off terrain. Now let's move to the turret. Like I said, I already talked about the view range. The view range is 350 meters. And rotation speed for this tank right here is 32 degrees per second with the turret itself. Like I said, we already talked about the radio range is 710. Boost that up with the right perks and skills for your crew and equipment. Ammunition. Now standard ammunition, it does between 113 and 188 damage with penetration of 111 to 185. Shell velocity for these is 925 meters per second. Now you're going into your APCRs. Now I'll use these APCRs when I actually got a chance against heavy armor tanks like tier 7s and 8s. This does not have matchmaking, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. but the damage, I mean, it's still there, but the penetration is up a little bit more, about 30 more degrees, about 30 more millimeters per second. I know I need to slow down, y'all. Sorry for my stuttering a little bit. This is actually my first time doing a review, so please bear with me. Shutter velocity is 1,160 meters per second. Now the high explosive rounds are they do a little bit more damage, but the penetration is not really good. But they have a splash radius of 1.6 meters. So in a way, I use more my high explosion rounds into my tanks to like shoot lightly armored tanks, or try to take out crew members like drivers, commanders, and damage modules like guns, tracks, and radios and stuff like that. That's what I use my heat rounds for. They don't do a lot of damage, but they can knock out crew and modules. Alright, let's move to the crew. So far, taking a look at this, it's a 3-man crew. You got one in the cupola, that's the commander, and you got the gunner in a turret. Now, I don't know if y'all can see this on the screen, but you can see where the crews are located. If you want to try to take out the crew members, it's a good idea to shoot high explosives into those if you want to cripple the tank. Now, I'm going to go back through this real fast for y'all, where y'all can see where the modules are and where everything is. Here's the ammunition if you want to try to ammo rack it. Here's the radio. And here's the engine. Now let me hit B back button. When I play this tank, let me go ahead and go back to the details. When I played this tank, it was actually I was playing with two other YouTubers. Is V Tanker and Spartan. I will they actually have video. One of them have a video in this tank already, I think, if I'm correct. If they don't, they might have one coming up soon. But this is my honest opinion. It's a good medium tank. If you have if your crew, not your crew, if your team can actually spot and you can support them a lot easier. I mean, you can do quick burst rounds like 4, then you gotta take a few minutes to reload. I'm gonna go over. Let me do over the damage real fast. This is the thinnest armor, and I think it's around the tracks and the turret. This was 1 to 20 millimeters thick. Here is the 21 to 30 meters. This tank does not have a lot of armor. I mean, you can tell by taking a look at it. And the thickest part of the armor, it's on the hull. I get back with you on that, Uncle Buck. Overall, it's a good tank. And like again, these tanks are loaners. I am planning to buy these tanks sometime this week. And what else I think this tank really needs, not need, but what kind of equipment I think you should really get. Right now I have improved vents and aiming speed. But I really don't know what I want to get for the third one yet. I recommended something like a wet ammo rack or coated optics. That's what I would pick. But it's a very good tank. I also saw what kind of camo padding we look forward to for these tanks. Here are the winters. Is this one? It's more look like a it looks really good. I like this one. It's one of my favorite winter packs I actually seen. Winter camo I seen. And here one, plain white. Let's go into summer. You get two for this one. You get a standard camo pattern, and you get this looks like a it is a 4-tone camouflage model. It looks more modern to me with that camo pattern, but I was trying to keep it in the same era when this tank was actually invented or designed up. Here is the desert. It looks like a spotted zebra or dotted camouflage. And here's another spotted camouflage. And here's the urban. You get 4 of these. No, miscorrection, you get 5. This is the one I picked because it looks really good. It looks like someone put parts onto the tank. You get this one is like a winter camouflage. To me, it looks like a winter camouflage. You also got this one. To me, this should have been in the other somewhere else in the area, like urban, not in urban. I'm trying to say like summer or something like that. Here's another one. I'll probably actually put this in desert. And here's the last one. Actually looks pretty nice. I didn't take a look at that one. It's my bad. And it looks really good. You're trying to mess me up, Uncle Buck. And everybody that's watching this video on YouTube, Uncle Buck is my leader in my clan. And he's in the chat messing with me. But he's a good guy and everything. It's over. This is so far my overview of this tank. I'll be